Welcome to a world where history comes alive, and the legends of the past emerge from the mists of time. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to uncover the untold stories of one of history's most enigmatic societies, the Vikings. From their fearsome raids and legendary explorations to their vibrant culture and enduring legacy, prepare to be captivated. But the Vikings are more than just warriors. They are skilled traders, audacious explorers, and bearers of a rich cultural heritage. I'm your guide on this epic voyage through time. So, without further ado, let's set sail and explore the world of the Vikings. Viking civilization. The Vikings, also known as Norsemen or Northmen, flourished during the Viking Age, which spanned roughly from the late 8th century to the 11th century. This era was characterized by their far-reaching exploration, fierce raids, and extensive trading networks. Explore, conquer, and trade. The Vikings were renowned for their exceptional shipbuilding skills, and their iconic longships were instrumental in their exploration and conquests. These longships, with their dragon-headed prows, allowed the Vikings to navigate both open seas and shallow rivers with ease. They explored uncharted territories, often reaching as far as North America, long before Christopher Columbus ever set foot on the continent. Vikings established settlements in places like Iceland, Greenland, and even reached the Mediterranean and Asia. Notorious for their fierce raids, they pillaged and conquered various lands, most notably England, Scotland, and Ireland, leaving a lasting legacy in the form of place names and historical influence. However, the Vikings were not just ruthless warriors. They were also skilled traders who established lucrative trade routes connecting Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Viking merchants bartered for goods such as furs, amber, and metals, amassing substantial wealth in the process. Viking society. The social structure of Viking society was hierarchical. At the top were kings and chieftains who held significant power and authority. Below them were the freemen, who comprised farmers, craftsmen, and traders. At the lowest rung were the slaves, many of whom were captives from Viking conquests. Despite this hierarchy, there was a degree of social mobility. Vikings valued personal honor, courage, and loyalty, and these qualities could elevate individuals within their society. The concept of the thing or assembly was central to Viking justice. At these gatherings, disputes were settled, laws were enacted, and important decisions were made collectively. The law speaker, a central figure in the Viking legal system, was responsible for memorizing and reciting the laws. Viking craftsmanship. Viking craftsmanship was exceptional. They were renowned for their intricate metalwork, jewelry, and ornate weaponry. The famous Lewis chessmen, a collection of intricately carved chess pieces, is a testament to their artistic prowess. Their runestones, bearing inscriptions that narrate tales of their exploits, offer valuable insights into their history and culture. The Viking longships. The Viking longship, often referred to as a draka, was a marvel of naval engineering. These vessels featured a sleek, shallow draft design, which allowed them to navigate both open seas and shallow rivers with ease. With their iconic longships, they set sail to explore uncharted territories, often venturing as far as North America, long before Columbus ever set foot on the continent. These ships were not just instruments of warfare but also essential for trade and exploration, enabling the Vikings to reach far-flung lands and establish trade networks. Viking exploration. One of the most remarkable aspects of Viking civilization was their audacious exploration. Leif Erikson and his crew are credited with reaching North America around the year 1000, approximately 5 centuries before Christopher Columbus's famous voyage. They established a settlement in what is now Newfoundland, Canada, known as Eland's Auxiliary Meadows, providing evidence of their presence in the New World. The Vikings' exploration extended eastward as well. Legendary figures like Eric the Red and his son, Leif Erikson, established settlements in Greenland, further demonstrating their seafaring capabilities and their determination to venture into unknown territories. Viking trade networks. Viking trade was not limited to their raids and conquests. They were astute merchants who established a vast trade network that spanned Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The Viking trade routes were a crucial link between different cultures, and they exchanged goods like fur, amber, precious metals, and even slaves. Their role as intermediaries in this vast network contributed significantly to their wealth and cultural exchange. Viking legacy in language. The Vikings left a lasting impact on the languages of the regions they inhabited. In the British Isles, for example, many place names have Viking origins, such as Grimsby, Whitby, and the city of York in England. Similarly, the influence of Old Norse can be seen in the vocabulary of modern Scandinavian languages like Danish, Swedish, and Norwegian. In addition, English also absorbed numerous Old Norse words and phrases due to Viking invasions and settlement in England, further demonstrating the linguistic legacy of the Vikings. Viking decline. The Viking Age eventually came to a close, but the legacy of the Vikings persisted. One significant factor contributing to their decline was the spread of Christianity in Scandinavia. As the Vikings converted to Christianity, their old pagan traditions waned, leading to cultural shifts and changes in their way of life. External pressures also played a role in the decline of Viking civilization. Increased resistance from the regions they raided, as well as conflicts within their own societies, led to a weakening of their influence. Viking legacy. As time passed, the Viking Age came to an end, but the legacy of the Vikings persisted. Today, we still see their influence in the languages, place names, and customs of the regions they once occupied. The Viking spirit of exploration and adventure lives on, inspiring countless stories, books, movies, and TV shows that romanticize their way of life. In this brief journey through Viking civilization, we've only scratched the surface of their remarkable history. These seafaring warriors, with their longships and indomitable spirit, remind us that history is a treasure trove of untold stories waiting to be unveiled. The Vikings, with their adventurous pursuits, have left an enduring mark on the world, and their legacy continues to captivate and inspire us to this day. The Vikings were far more than just marauding raiders. Their civilization was a complex tapestry of exploration, trade, governance, and cultural expression. They have left an indelible mark on history, and their legacy continues to inspire and enrich our understanding of the past. The Vikings stand as a testament to the boundless human spirit, ceaseless curiosity, and the quest for adventure that transcends time and place. Join us next time as we unearth more captivating stories from the pages of history. Until then, remember, history is not just a thing of the past, it's a living, breathing testament to the human spirit. Viking settlements. While the Vikings were known for their raids and conquests, they also established permanent settlements across the lands they explored. One of the most famous Viking settlements was in Iceland, where they created a thriving society with a unique legal system known as the Althing. This assembly, established around 930 AD, was one of the earliest known parliaments in the world and showcased the Vikings' ability to govern themselves and maintain law and order. In addition to Iceland, Vikings established settlements in the Faroe Islands, Shetland, Orkney, and even as far as Kiev in present-day Ukraine. These settlements left a lasting cultural influence on the regions, which can still be seen today in place names, language, and traditions. Viking women. Viking society was not solely comprised of warriors. Women played a significant role in their civilization. While men were often the primary explorers and warriors, Viking women were involved in various aspects of daily life. They managed households, farmed, and even participated in trade. Viking women had a degree of freedom and legal rights that were unusual for their time. They could inherit property, divorce their husbands, and even participate in decision-making within their communities. This relative gender equality is a noteworthy aspect of Viking culture that sets them apart from many other historical societies. Viking burial customs. The Vikings had unique burial customs that reflected their beliefs and the importance of the afterlife. One of the most iconic Viking burial practices was ship burials. Warriors and chieftains were laid to rest in their ships, accompanied by their possessions, animals, and even sometimes servants. The idea behind this ritual was to ensure a prosperous afterlife for the deceased. In addition to ship burials, the Vikings practiced cremation and inhumation, which involved placing the deceased in a grave with their belongings. Grave goods such as weapons, jewelry, and everyday items were often included, showcasing the importance of these items in the afterlife. Viking legacy today. The Viking legacy lives on in many aspects of modern society. The descendants of the Vikings, known as the Scandinavian people, have carried forward elements of their cultural heritage, such as language, folklore, and even some traditional celebrations like Midsummer's Eve. In popular culture, Viking mythology, warriors, and exploration have had a profound impact. From blockbuster movies to TV series like Vikings and The Last Kingdom, the intrigue and fascination with Viking civilization continue to capture our imaginations. Viking artifacts and artifacts. Viking civilization left behind a treasure trove of artifacts that provide valuable insights into their way of life. Archaeological discoveries have unearthed an array of objects, from jewelry and weapons to household items and everyday tools. Some notable Viking artifacts include the Hidden Sea treasure, collection of valuable jewelry, and the Gokstad ship, a well-preserved burial vessel with an assortment of grave goods. These discoveries not only serve as historical records but also as testaments to the Vikings' craftsmanship and artistic sensibilities. Viking Revival. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Viking culture, sometimes referred to as the Viking Revival. This revival includes reenactment events, Viking festivals, and the reconstruction of historical longships. People worldwide are embracing Viking history, embracing elements of their heritage, and paying homage to these remarkable ancestors. The Viking civilization was a dynamic tapestry of exploration, trade, craftsmanship, mythology, and cultural influence. Their enduring legacy is a testament to their resilience and adaptability, and it reminds us that history is not static but constantly evolving. The Vikings, with their adventurous pursuits, have left an enduring mark on the world, continuing to captivate and inspire people across the globe. Thank you for embarking on this extraordinary journey through Viking civilization with us. If you enjoyed this exploration of the past, don't forget to hit the like button, share with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating historical adventures. To stay updated on our upcoming content, click that notification bell, and if you have any historical topics you'd like us to delve into next, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. Until our next adventure in history, remember to keep your curiosity alive, as the past holds countless stories waiting to be discovered. See you next time, fellow time travelers.